Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out with IBF World Featherweight Champion Josh Warrington. How you doing, mate?
I'm very well, mate. I'm very well. A little bit, I don't know, apprehensive about today, but looking forward to a bit of friendly competition in the lakes.
As always, obviously competitive nature being a boxer. I want to talk about the boxing first of all.
Okay,
Cantrue fight, is that locked in? Have you got any dates that you're thinking of at the moment?
Yeah, it was more or less there. More or less there with that fight done. Obviously, it was more or less done and dusted prior to lockdown coming into play. I think we were just at a case of where we was going to fight and getting everything signed up for that. And then obviously, we all went into lockdown, which a bit of a shit one really. But these things happen. Let's stay focused. I've kept in gym, kept on training, kept on trying to better myself. And I think when crowds do come back, or we can find an alternative, whether that be a big venue behind closed doors, maybe if we're going to do box office, just options how we can get that fight going and listen, itching to get back in there.
Of course. Now, about a year ago, I was listening to a podcast on the Fight Disciples, and you mentioned how you love being the underdog when your back's against the wall. With Cantrue, I feel like you're going to go into that being the favourite. How are you going to find the motivation you would when you're underdog and everyone's sort of betting against you when you are the favourite?
There's another belt online. There's another belt online. There's the Ring Magazine belt online as well. I mean, bloody hell, if that can't give you any motivation, I don't know what will. And just the fact of, beat him, then there's so many champions about there, this weight above. So it's just these are the big fights that you want to be part of. These big names, these other champions to prove yourself against, to be part of the exciting fights, to add to a legacy. It's what we want to be part of. So listen, I'll find my motivation. Don't you worry about that.
Good to hear, good to hear. Now, Kid Galahad, obviously, you're on his radar quite a lot. I think that's clear to see. Is he on your radar, or are you looking at more like the likes of Gary Russell Jr. after if you beat Cantrue?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's been mandatory, so I've got to take note of him. Like, apparently he's in my head, but I don't think so. If he can stop talking about me, but you know what, I think he knows. But it's one of them things. You've got to just take care of business. And like I say, if I could have it my own way, I understand that mandatories have got to come into play. But if I could have it my own way, I'd just fight champion after champion after champion. I feel like you shouldn't have to go over all ground. No matter what he says, I beat him, and then that's it. And it's like they want the prettiest of fights, but still got the decision and on you go. But like I say, I will have to do with mandatory at some point. So it just is what it is.
And how many fights do you think you'll have at featherweight before eventually probably moving up?
I don't know, just see what's out there. Like I would like to win every belt. I would like to fight all the champions. I mean, I know that Shakur's moved up and vacated that WBO, but I don't know. We'll see. I'd certainly like to fight Gary Russell Jr. He's been. Yeah. Listen, I go to his backyard. No problem whatsoever. I think it's a sign of a real champion for someone to go do that. But I think he's the one who's been around the featherweight division for the longest. I think 2015 he won that WBC belt, so yeah, I'd love to fight him. And then if there's your Valdez, your Fleur Santa Cruzes, your Joseph Diaz's have all moved up. Obviously Joseph Diaz has become IBF world champion at super feather. If I got an opportunity to fight that, then why wouldn't you go for a 2-weight world champion? It's nice to have on CV, isn't it?
Of course, and I can imagine you're bringing out a great crowd from Leeds as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Listen, I wanted to get to a stage where we get to fight at stage. That's on the bucket list. So yeah.
And before I let you go, Leeds, obviously, Ellen Rowe back in the Prem. Any predictions about how you're going to do next year?
Top table. Top table. Yeah, I don't think we're going to finish top, but I think we're going to be top half at table. Yeah, I'm confident.
Thanks for your time, mate. Nice one, bro.